as I sit here drinking from my cup a nice hot coffee on a warm summer's night. Okay, hello and welcome. We are live, the Raphie dispensing with the normal introduction for this special edition. First things first, let me get some music. And I want some classical music. Imagine this as an episode of Columbo. Imagine this as an episode of Columbo. Okay, so let's get some. It's a bit like a who done it. It's a who done it. So let's get some classical. Remember when you'd walk into the house or the parlor, and there'd be a vinyl playing on the record player, some nice classical music. Let's start it like that for this special edition, for this unusual edition. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, let me check the levels. First things first. In fact, let me turn myself up in the cans. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, there we are. Okay, as I sip on this hot coffee. Splendid. You know, the Raphie likes to mix it up, do things differently. You know, creativity. That's a key word that we'll be touching on today. Creativity and sometimes, unfortunately, lack thereof. Okay, which can lead to problems, as we will discuss as we go through this journey, this unusual one. Okay, so let's check this journey, this unusual one. Let's check the levels. Let's stop the music. Stop the music, maestro. Let's have a listen. So, lack thereof. Okay, which leads to. Okay, so let's stop the music. I think the levels are actually perfect. I think the levels are actually perfect. Let's bring back the music. Okay, that's excellent. That's marvelous. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into this. Who do we have here? We have, hold on. Let's get in the right window. That would help. We have the Leon Figures up in the building. We have, hold on. I already banned that idiot. He's already gone. He's already gone, little fool, little imbecile. I don't know ish about boxing. He's gone. The Count L up in the building. Salute to the Combat Radio Nation. Hit that like button, hit the share button, and hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon for news and notifications. Okay. Carlos just finished his gym session, got the vegetable soup ready. Sit back and listen to the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. Okay. Excellente. Is it boxing or is it beef? Well, I don't think it's boxing. It's not boxing as we know it. And well, it might be beef, but it's not beef on my part. It's just Raphie coming up, doing what he do, coming up and telling the truth. You know what I mean? You know, I always like to keep my people updated and abreast of the happenings, not just front screen, but back screen too. We take the back screen, the front screen, and we mix them all together. And that's where you get the full picture. And I'm really feeling the music. Okay, what's going on? We are live. Chariots of Fire, war music. Yes. Well, what it is, it's just me telling a story. It's a little bit like a whodunit. Listen to that. Listen to that music. Listen to the music. Listen to the piano. Listen to the Joanna. Okay, so it's a true story. And why am I telling the story? Do I actually need to tell the story? Switch tracks now. Do I need to tell the story? I'm not sure that I absolutely have to tell the story. But I think sometimes true stories need to be told. And this is a true story. And maybe we can all learn. Maybe we all learn when a true story is told. And I think, when is a story worthy of telling? I think when it's interesting, when it's unusual, when it's an unusual story. Who doesn't like to hear an unusual story? I think most of us do. Most of us do. So, what's going on? Let's see on live. Yeah, what's going on? Hold on. Why am I missing some comments here? Okay, no, maybe that's it. Okay. Okay, so maybe I should put the banner up. What's the title of this thing? Do I ignore or expose? Okay, so yeah, we got the poll. We've got the poll. 24 people have participated in the poll thus far. And the question was, what say you, the people? Do I ignore or expose the YouTube thief steady eating off the Raphie or off the Raphie's plate? Strong words. And how deep are we into this thing? How deep are we into it? Okay, 8 minutes deep. Okay, that's good. That's a nice intro. And 24, at this point, 24 people, respondents have responded, 25 have responded, and 4% say ignore. And 96% say expose. So they want me to tell the story. I want to hear the story, the true story, a tale of the unexpected, a tale of the bizarre. And let's be clear. This isn't really aggro on my part. I find it quite amusing, quite bizarre and amusing. So it's not aggro on my part. It's just telling a true story. Okay. And, I hear people sometimes say, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Well, why don't you do it then? Rocking the mic, being a mic's man, being a master of ceremonies. Looks easy. And everybody says, yeah, I could do that. But really? Can you? Could you? Can you? Why don't you do it then? Yeah? It's not as easy as it looks, kidder. I had one fool come in early, say, this is so unprofessional. What do you know, kid? Yeah? Let the crowd gather. Let the crowd gather. This is show business, kid. You don't show. You got no business up in here. Okay. So, yeah, it's a pleasant challenge to get into something like this. So the Raphie approached it almost like a play. Almost like a play. Normally, the Raphie just starts to press the go button and we go. But this one is slightly different. This one has been a long-running saga, a peculiar saga of someone who we all know. We all know. Quite a boisterous character. Robust character. It's been going on for what? Over a year now, maybe? And the evidence, it's more of a circumstantial case in places. And in other places, there's clear evidence. Other places, the evidence is more circumstantial. So it's more of a tapestry. It's more of a tapestry. And so as such, Raphie had to take to pen and paper, pen and parchment to put this thing together. And so that's what I did. I got some pages here. And I'm approaching it a bit like a play. We got Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Hit that like button, everybody, for me. Hit that like button if you're new in here. Hit the poll. Keep on hitting the poll. Want to see? Want to see what's going on? Okay. So, are you sitting comfortably? Let the Raphie begin. Okay. Everybody's gone quiet. Just somebody write something in the chat for me there. Somebody write something in the chat for me. Everybody's gone quiet. It's like people are gone spellbound. Listening. Okay. The deposition papers are ready. Okay. Now, oh shizzle my nizzle. Let me drop the link. I don't want the person concerned. I don't want the person concerned to say that I didn't drop the link. Tom K. Williams is back. I ain't seen Tom around this neck of the woods in years. Tom was an original, one of the originals. He was around when I just started this damn thing. How many years ago was that, Tom? How many years ago was that? It's been quite a few years now. Okay. Lord of the Rings, it started in the Middle Earth. Middle Earth. Stephen is up in here. AKA Marla. Okay. Very, very long time, Tom. Good to see some of the old faces like you. And Stephen, aka Marla, up in the building. Now, let me reiterate. I'll drop the link for the person concerned. But I ain't on no beefing thing. I ain't on no beefing tip. I'm just telling the story, and I'm telling the truth. If anybody else is on a beefing thing, then that's entirely up to them. I don't mind. For me, I'm not beefing. I'm just telling the truth, telling the story, telling the true story. I have receipts, and I'm not looking to really defame anybody. Dang. Jeez. Back since the boxing voice. Good Lord. Are we talking about 4 years now? Probably 4 years. Probably 4 years. Three and a half, 4 years. Dang. Okay, so I'm not looking to defame anybody. I'm just telling the truth. The link is in the chat. for the culprit or the individual. Let me pin that. Okay, so that's pinned. Okay. It's not defamation if it's the truth. Indeed. And I'm not even going to call the person's name. I will give the initials at some point. I will give the initials. But this is going to be a tricky one to tie together. That's why I've got my notes. But it will come together. Believe you me, I've got it all written down. I got the plan. I've got the points, so I know it comes together because it's already come together on paper. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Normally, I don't have to do this much prep because it's probably something that's happened on air and people know, you know, everybody knows. Everybody knows. But this, not many people know. Not many people know, and you don't know. So I had to get this on paper, pen and parchment. Okay. So the person concerned, the link is right there. But if you recognize yourself, you will recognize yourself. Well, you're going to recognize yourself in a matter of seconds, actually. Link is there for you to come in and we can have a discussion. It's not hate. It ain't even beef. It's just a Raphie telling a true story in which you are the principal, one of the principals. I'm a principal, you are a principal. Okay, let's get in with this story. Let's get it crack-a-lacking right now. Okay, so the story starts probably a year ago. I was invited over. To someone's WhatsApp group. It's a content creator. The content creator was in a live. We were doing a live over here on the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio, and it was a happy affair. It was a very good show. Number of participants, and it was a happy affair, as I recall. Okay, so after that successful show, the individual concerned, I will give the individual's initials at some point. The individual concerned invited me over to be a member of the individual's WhatsApp group. Okay. I wondered why. Because the individual was a part of EJ. Remember EJ? EJ Boxing Live? Yeah. The individual was a part of EJ Boxing Live's group. And he expelled the individual. The individual we're talking about went on to set up their own WhatsApp group. I was not invited. I didn't expect to be invited over because it wasn't a close relationship. It was a cordial relationship, but not a close relationship. So I didn't want to go over and I wasn't invited over. So that's perfectly fine. Cordial, not close, cordial relationship. Okay, that's point one, stanza one. Okay. Let me take a sip of my coffee. This coffee is going down beautiful. This thing here, it's a highly unusual way of doing it. I've never seen it done like this, but you know, you're listening with Raphie. Story time. It's a bit like a play. Very unusual. It's creative. And we get into why creativity is important later. And this story is about creativity and a lack of creativity. Okay. Person, if you recognize yourself, feel free to jump in. The link is there. I'm not really on a beefing thing. I'm just telling a true story of which you are a part. Yes, you can sit it out. That's no problem. Are you telling me that you know the players? Are you telling me that you know the players? Leon Figures may have figured it out already. Yes, sit it out respectfully. Of course, respectfully. Of course. And I would expect you to sit it out, Leon. Of course, I would expect you to sit it out respectfully. Okay. So we go into stanza 2. Right. So I'm in this WhatsApp group now. I'm in the WhatsApp group of the person, of the principal. Remember, I don't know why I've been invited. I just know we had a successful show and I got invited. Okay. I don't know how I started noticing, because I don't know why I'm there, remember. I don't know how I started noticing, but I think it was the hashtags. The first thing I noticed was the individual concerned started using hashtags in a way which I recognized as my style. So the individual using hashtags in my style. So I think, oh, okay, so the individual is copying my way of using hashtags. Okay, cool. The individual hasn't mentioned it, but cool. That's part 2. We move on to part 3. I'm loving this coffee, by the way. I'm loving this play and I'm loving the music. Okay, so then I noticed the individual changed. This is when it starts getting a little bit serious. So at this point, I noticed the individual concerned changed their show schedule. Changed the schedule of their show. Now their shows are clashing with mine. Raphie's been here for years with the Monday evening show. Now the individual concerned has changed the show timings. Now we've changed it to a Monday, and now it's clashing with my show. I'm thinking, why did the individual bring me here? Is it to have a closer look? Is it observational? To see what I'm doing? Because now you're clashing with my show. So you brought me over and you're clashing. You moved your show to clash with my show, timing-wise. Very bizarre. Very peculiar. Interesting. I'm thinking, why did you bring me over here? What's going on? Interesting. Okay. That's part 3. Part 4. And the individual, now it gets interesting. Let me put the banner up. Do I need a banner? What would the banner say? Oh, I know what it has to say. Let's create a banner. I know what it has to say. The thief? The thief? Is thieving too strong a word? The thief? The thief? The thief. What else? The thief. The watcher. Oh no. The thief. The thief. The copycat. Is that too hard? Is that too strong? Copycat. The thief. The copycat. The thief. The copycat. And the deceiver. The fake friend. The deceiver, the fake friend. and the fake friend. Makes it look like I valued some kind of friendship. So if I put the fake friend and the deceiver. Thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Yeah, I think those are, and the deceiver. Yeah, I think those are the qualities that we're talking about. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver all rolled into one. Okay. What's that blocking off? Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. I don't like it like that. Why can't we have it scrolling? Can we have it scrolling? Yeah. Prefer it if it scrolls. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, Philip Carl Roberts up in the building. Okay. The oxygen thief. Okay, so we're talking about the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. That's all one person. That's the person we're talking about. No disrespect to the person. I'm just telling the story truthfully and honestly. Link is in the chat. You may recognize yourself by now. You will recognize yourself by now. So the link is in the chat if you wish to participate. If you do not, that's perfectly understandable. But you understand I have to tell this story. And as a matter of fact, 1 second, I'm loving this, but I need to put the kettle on because this coffee is going down beautifully. Give me a second. And to be clear, the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver is one person, and I'm talking to that person now. I'm not angry with you because I knew. If you're losing interest, mate, don't worry. Just if you're losing interest, Okay, so as I was saying to the principal, I'm not angry with you because I knew from the start that you're kind of a different, kind of unstable, odd, kind of mad, clever, crafty, but I didn't know the fullness of you, that you were a thief, a copycat, and a deceiver. We're going to get into that. Okay, so. Okay, so the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver then adds. Just here, what's happened? Well, I'm talking about an individual who I will call the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. That's a description of the individual. That's a description of the individual. Okay. So the thief, the copycat, and so I'm in this individual's WhatsApp group now. The individual has invited me in. At this stage, probably a year ago, at this stage, the individual invites, should I say his name? One of my guys. First went live over here at the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. I'll give you his initials. It's JD. So the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver invites JD, my guy, JD, over into the WhatsApp group that I'm in, that the individual has invited me in. Okay, so we got JD in the group now. Okay, this is where it gets deeper. Let me take a sip from my cup. It gets deep. It gets real deep at this point. Okay, so JD is a busy guy. He gets up early to get his training in. So naturally, he has to go to bed early. So he ain't got time to mess around on some late shows. The individual, the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver has shows later than mine. They clash because the individual has moved them closer to my shows, but they're later than mine. So they're later than mine. So he ain't got no time to mess about. So one evening, he comes on my show, which is the first show he's ever been on, live, anyway, talking live. Comes on my show. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver immediately ejects him from the WhatsApp group. No talking, no conversation. He gets ejected because the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver had a show on that night. And the fact that JD chose to come on my show, the show where he first went live. This is the first show he ever went live on. The first show he ever hooked up a mic and talked on. The fact that he came to his ancestral home instead of the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver's live. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver ejected him from the group. No conversation. That's clearly some messed up mentality. That's clearly some mental unbalance. That is clearly messed up mentally. How can you be jealous that a man has come to his ancestral home in terms of live shows? This is his ancestral home in terms of live shows. And the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver got jealous. Got jealous that he's come to his ancestral home. That's some messed up mentality. And at that point, I thought, well, is the object of this individual, is it some kind of asset stripping? Is it to try and weaken the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio? Is it to try and strip the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio of assets? And because the individual failed to do so with JD, they've kicked him out of the group. Because the individual failed to asset strip the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio with JD. The individuals kicked him out of the group. Is that what it is? Is this some type of asset stripping attempt? Is that what's going down? I had to ask myself. This was probably 9 months ago or 6 months ago. Okay. That was stanza 4. Stanza 5. So anyway, around this time, or before that time, I did a show and I called it JD. Who's JD? JD is a long-standing member of the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. You'll have seen him on the lives many times. Many times. Okay. So, yo, this coffee, the music, the ambiance is perfect. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Everybody's here a subscriber anyway. Okay. Okay. So kicked him out. Kicked out JD. I'm not confirming or denying anything that anybody's saying in terms of names. I'm just using initials. Okay. So I thought that was, can I say fucked up? I thought that was fucked up. Kicked him out because he came to his ancestral home came to my show instead of going to her show. Uh-oh. Anyway. Okay. So let's have a look. Okay. So anyway, around that time or before that time, I did a show and I called the show The Weekend Wrap-Up. The Weekend Wrap-Up Show. I called the show The Weekend Wrap-Up Show. So, how does it say? So now, okay, so now the individual has changed the timing of the show, of her show. Changed the timing of her show. Now it's clashing with my show, my Monday show. Remember, we've been doing the Monday show for what, 3.5, 4 years, however long the channel's been going, doing lives. So now it's clashing with my show. And now the individual concerned, after they've seen my weekend, I've seen the name, The Weekend Wrap-Up Show. Now the individual sees that. And remember, the title is The Thief, the Copycat, and the Deceiver. So now the copycat kicks in. The copycat kicks in. And the individual names her show, her Monday show. Remember, I've named my Monday show The Weekend Wrap-Up Show. Now the individual names her Monday show The Wrap-Up Show. Oh, no, the weekly Wrap-Up Show. Now there's the copycat. So you have the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Okay, there's the copycat. The weekend wrap-up, the weekly wrap-up. The original, the weekend wrap-up. That's Raphie's original. The copycat, the weekly wrap-up. Now, the thief, the copycat, the deceiver at no point said to me, Raphie, hey, I really like the name that you've named that show, the weekend wrap-up show. Hey, do you mind if I change it a little bit and call it the weekly wrap-up show? Call mine the weekly wrap-up show? Would you mind? I know it's copycat because I am a copycat. I know it's a copycat thing to do, but do you mind? There was none of that. It was just a copycat, just a rip. That's the stealing, the thief. Copycat. Okay. That's stanza 5. The thief, the copycat. We're going to get into the deceiver. We're going to get into the, hey, I'm not calling any names. But the individual concerned will recognize herself from all of this. I'm not mad at John. I'm not mad at John. Troy came at me after 2 years. So I'm not mad at Troy. It's just 2 slaps and it's over with Troy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not even mad at the thief, the copycat, and we'll get into the deceiver. I'll prove that point also during this thing. So I'm not even mad at the lady concerned. I'm just telling you the story because some stories need to be told, and it's an amazing story. So who doesn't love story time? Who doesn't love a true life story? Who doesn't like a true life story? Raphie, you never trademarked it. A thief is a thief is a thief. You know what I'm saying? A thief is a thief is a thief. And we got the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. And I'll prove all of those points. But I'm loving the music. I'm loving the vibe. And hey, I love the way this thing is flowing. But let me fill up my cup. And this isn't really about slandering anybody. So if anybody wants to come in the chat to slander any individual, it's not really what this is about. I'm just telling you a true life story. A true life story. Let me go fill my cup with the coffee because I'm liking the flow of this thing. And the link is in the chat for the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. And that's all one person. I'm coming back. We're at 5. We got a number of stanzas to go. Let me just fill my cup. Let me take my headphone off first. We don't want any accidents. Okay. Let me get my coffee. Let me get my coffee game on. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Okay. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so it's not really about no slander thing. It's not no slander thing. Okay, so we're at 5. Same time, similar time as mine. Stole the title. I came up with the title, The Weekend Wrap-Up Show. She copied it. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. She copied it, changed one word. I had the weekend. She changed it to the weekly. The weekly. Changed one word. Wrap-up show. That's the thief and the copycat. Okay. So I thought you were cool. Yeah, relatively cool. You know, cordial. Yeah, cordial. Yeah, cordial. But like I said, the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. That's who we're talking about. That's the traits. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. So, you know, if someone's stealing from you, if someone's copying your shit, and then we'll get onto the deceiver bit in a minute. Well, that's your opinion, Big Boys Boxing, bro. I don't particularly care about your opinion. You know, my opinion is what we're dealing with. Your opinion doesn't really matter to me, if I'm perfectly frank. So, Hope that clarifies that. Okay, so I'll be sitting in the middle of the woods, unable to see a damn tree. Well, no, I mean this was not visible to the naked eye. This was not visible to the naked eye. Yeah, ciao, adios. Okay. Okay. Right. So okay, so that's stanza 5. Blatant biting. I'm a writer, not a biter. A writer, not a biter. Okay. Stanza 6. Okay. So another time. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Okay. So now let's be clear about this. It wouldn't be so bad. Now, it wouldn't be so bad. But with all the copying, with all the thieving, the copying, it wouldn't be so bad. But I once heard the individual say, and I quote, I am creative, but I ain't seen nothing creative. All I've seen is thieving, copying, and we'll get into the deceiving. That's all I've seen. Thieving, copying, and we will get into the deceiving. Okay. So another time, she's on my show, and she invites the blueprint and the truth. A lot of people followed me and copied me. So you might be onto something. Okay. So another time she's on my show, and you know how she's slandered, how many times she's slandered, or the individual concerned has slandered the fight doctor. But anyway, she invites him over to her show the next day, and he goes. Good, cool. So I tune in at some point. Was it the same day? Was it the same night? I had work, so I don't know. Or was it the morning after? Or whenever? Or did the fight doctor have to jump off early? Maybe so. So he's jumping off early, and I hear the individual concerned, I hear the lady concerned say, oh yeah, well, it's been good having you, blah, 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 and come back tomorrow. And I'm thinking, hold on a second, come back tomorrow, you know that I've got my show tomorrow. And at that point, FD was a regular on my panels. And you know I got my show tomorrow. And then you got me thinking again, well, hold on a second. Is this some type of attempted sabotage? She tried to tie the man up. The lady concerned tried to tie the man up. Tried to tie him up to come on, not only on that night, but the next night. So I had to wonder, what is this, some type of sabotage? Is this what the individual is trying to do? She's trying to sabotage the channel? Is that what it is? Copying this, thieving this, copying that? Try to tie up my panelists? Try to tie up my panelists? You know, what the hell's going on? What kind of madness is this? The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. That's who we're talking about. That's the characteristics. What the hell is going on with this individual? I had to ask myself. Okay. He didn't go on the next day. He came back here to the Raphie Dawkins combat radio. What did the individual steal? from Ingram at BWTM? What did the individual steal from him? I know Ingram. What made me decide to speak out today? It was an accumulation of things. Things are just accumulated. And I was going to have to do it at some point because, dang, what happened there? I was going to have to do it at some point because the story is just too mad not to tell. It's a true story, and it's just too crazy a story not to tell. Gypsies, tramps, and I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, the story is just too crazy not to tell, but it's a true story. It's a dog eat dog world on YouTube. Raph is trying to get on KSI's undercard. Yeah, so it's just an accumulation of things. It's an accumulation of things. It's like, whoa, are you trying to sabotage? Are you that big a fan of the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio that you're trying to nyam out everything? You're trying to nyam it out. You know what I mean? Are you that much of a lover of the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio that you're just trying to nyam out the whole thing? You're trying to eat out the whole thing from the rooter to the tutor? Or are you trying to sabotage it? I don't understand. What is it? Do you just love it so much you want to nyam out the whole thing? Or do you love it so much that you're trying to sabotage it? What is it? I don't understand. One way or the other, but either way, whichever way it is, you're still the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Oh yeah. Tried to teeth it out. Tried to teeth it out and pretend it was her story when it was a next man's story. Yeah. You're right. That's the deceiver. That was, yeah, the individual tried to pass off Ingram's story as her own story. Yeah, that's the deceiver. So you got the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. It's all true. Okay, let us move on. So where are we at? We're at... Yeah. So she tried to, after all the duplicity, the deceiver, after all the crap she's spoken of the fight doctor, next thing you know, the individual's kissing his ass, trying to get him to come back the very next day when she knows I got a show the very next day. And at that point, he was regular. He was regular on the panel over here. So what is it about the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio? Does she love it so much she wants to nyam out the whole thing? Or is she trying to sabotage the thing? Is she trying to nyam out the whole thing? Or is she trying to sabotage the thing? Or is it both? Okay. Yeah, I remember that. She tried to claim that story. The individual tried to claim that story as her own. I remember that. Okay. The coffee is beautiful. The music is beautiful. The ambiance is perfect for this dissection, expose of the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Remember, it's no hate from me. Just telling a true story I've got it written down. Nicely formatted. Okay, so where are we now? Very peculiar behavior. Okay, so then the individual concerned inquired about me getting what? Oh, okay. Then the individual concerned, initials LC, the lady, the initials LC. After all of this shit that's gone down, after all this conniving, the thieving, the copycat, the deceiving, she approaches me, says, "Hey, there's another guy on my panel. Look at the music. Listen to the spooky music. It's perfect. There's another guy on my panel, and she wanted to get him on. Oh, by this time she's got JD. JD, yeah, tapping up. By this time she's got JD. She's reintroduced JD to the WhatsApp group. She didn't contact him. No talking. Just boom, he's back in. Okay." Me, personally, I would have declined the invitation to go back in, but back in. And then she tries to tap up. She approaches me, asking me about another guy. Asking me about another guy who's a regular on here, a friend of mine. She said he's such and such okay. And I think, what an idiotic question. Is such and such okay? You listen to him, you know he's okay. I said he's okay with me. And then, what did she say? She wanted me to kind of hook him up and add him to the group. And I'm thinking to myself, why would I add a decent fellow to the group of the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver? Why would I do that to a decent fellow? So I declined. I just said, no, it's cool with me. And that's that. Ended that conversation. I politely declined. OMG, what is that? That was 7. Wow, we're coming to the end of it now. Damn. Wow, that was 7. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't subject him to that. And also seemed like another attempt to asset strip. Okay. Well, how could a thief, a copycat, and a deceiver cook me? I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. That's ridiculous. Okay, so, and I'm being nice. I'm being very nice here. Okay. All right. So 8, we move to stanza 8. Marcellus. Hey, VF, just shut up. Just shut up. You're talking crap. Okay, so Marcellus Wilder loses again. Okay, so I am Marcellus Wilder. The last time he fought, nobody really knew he was fighting. Well, and if we knew he was fighting, we kind of forgot. Listen to the music, it's perfect. And if we knew he was fighting, we forgot. So what happened? PBB is over. Okay, let me have a look. Let's have a quick little looky. Where are we? Let's see. Someone is ranting about you live now, trying to get your attention. Don't know how grown. Oh, let's get rid of Big Boys Boxing from the channel then. Let's get rid of Big Boys Boxing. How do we do that? Let's scroll back. Let's get rid. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, Big Boy Boxing really for. How do we get rid of him as a mod? Remove as moderator. There we go. Yeah, he's a snide one anyway. He's a snide character. You know what I mean? Snide character. Has been for a while. So yeah, he's done me a favor there. He's done me a favor there. Okay. So what are we saying? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, his little dirty creep. Look at the dirty creep. It's rdcr, just so you know. It's rdcr, just so you know. Look at the dirty guy. Look at the dirty big boys boxing. What a dirty guy. What a dirty guy. What a snake. What a snake. Yeah, Leighton Evans being respectful. He says, Leighton Evans says, big boys boxing, why'd you do Raphie like that? You're a snake. He's always been a snake. He's always been a rat and a snake. Yeah, wicked. I've been longing to get rid of big boys boxing because I know he's a snake. He's a dirty little snake. Look at him. Look at him. Look at big boy. What a rat bastard. What a rat bastard. Yeah. Listen, listen, I've been on to that guy for a long time. He's just done me a favor. He's a rat bastard. That guy, a big boy. I've known him for a long time. Trust me. I've been watching that guy. He's a reptilian motherfucker, that little big boy's boxing. Reptilian down to his cotton socks. He's a sneaky, two-faced, duplicitous. Well, let me not continue. But hey, it's great. Perfect. What a dirty guy. Said it was childish, then run over there telling tales. What a dirty guy. Listen, I've been watching that guy for a long time, but to out himself like that, perfect. Done me a favor. Cheers, big boys, you little snake bastard. Yeah. When the grass is cut, snakes will show. Yo, I've been onto him for the longest time. Little snake. Okay, so 8. Marcellus Wilder. What a dirty little rat bastard he is. What a dirty little rat bastard talking about, oh, he's childish, runs over there with his childish ass. What's childish? Who's more childish than him running over there telling tales? Childish. Idiotic. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. What's going on here? All right. Let's get back onto it. Let's get back into it. Rat bastard. The rat bastard. As if there was any question mark. As if the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver didn't know. As if the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver didn't know. Of course he's a snake. Rat bastard. Processed food specialist. Okay, so let's get into this. 8. Yeah, that's a dirty. Hey, I've been onto him for a long time. I've been onto that guy for a long time, so he did me a favor. Perfect. And you can judge a person by the company he keeps. You know what I'm saying? I know the company that he keeps. So, I know the clan. He rolls with. The thief, the copycat, the deceiver, and the snake. Yeah. Damn dog. Anyway, so, okay, 8. Marcellus Wilder loses again. Okay, so what happened with Marcellus Wilder? As if the individual didn't know. Of course, had this plastered up. The individual would have known. The individual concerned, the lady concerned would have known. This has been plastered up all day, multiple places. Facebook, YouTube, what's that? The notification area, the community page. It's all over. Instagram, Twitter. I know that she's got people who would have seen that. If she didn't see herself, which she would have done, because she pays a lot of attention to this channel, evidently. So she would have seen it herself. The individual concerned would have seen herself, and her friends would have seen it. So the individual already knew. You know what I'm saying? The list keeps growing. Okay. So we're almost there. We're almost there. Let's get into Marcellus Wilder loses again. Okay, so the last time Marcellus Wilder fought, people knew but kind of forgot about it. So on the Saturday morning, I had forgot about it. It's only because I follow a guy called The Watcher. The Watcher is an Aussie, an Australian guy. He's a Wilder fan. And he was the only person who commented on the fight. He put up that Marcellus Wilder has lost again. Marcellus Wilder loses again. So what happened there? He's the only person who wrote about it. He was the only, nothing on YouTube, didn't see anywhere. And so I thought, yeah, I'm going to comment on that. So I did a video on it. Marcellus Wilder loses again. And then at this point, I'm in a WhatsApp group. So I thought nothing of it. It'd been up for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And I thought, hold on a second. I better post this video, my video, in the WhatsApp group. Otherwise, the individual concerned is going to copy it and pretend that she's breaking the news. But in reality, she's just seen my video and she's copying my video. So I thought, yeah, let me post it in there. So I posted it in there. And then within that minute, the individual concerned posted it also. So she'd done a quick video, the individual concerned. And so the individual concerned posted the video and said, snap. And I said, snap what? It ain't snap. I did the video. And then you did a video after. And he said, oh yeah, 30 minutes later. I said, yeah, we didn't discuss the fact that she probably based it on the fact that she saw my video. So that's the deceiver. That's the deception. Yeah? That's the deception, the pretense, the deviousness. She never once acknowledged, yeah, I saw your video, Raphie, and I did it based on yours. Yeah, that's what really happened. No, she pretended that, yeah, it's just snap. It's just a coincidence. The deceiver, the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Okay? The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Yeah, look at Big Boys Boxing. Look at Big Boys. What Raphie did is what Raphie is trying to do is pathetic. I told the truth. Like Raphie is trying to say, tell me I'm lying. Pathetic? How is it pathetic when you're outing a thief, a copycat, and a deceiver? Yeah? Big Boys Boxing is pathetic. I'm outing the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. That's real. Yeah, that's real shit. Okay. So he's a proper simp. Proper simp. You can't get more simp than that. You know what he's trying to do. So now he's lost a blue badge here. He's gonna get a blue badge over there. But the guy's an idiot because when the lady concerned outed his brethren, his body. Yeah, I took it. Pathetic. You're pathetic. When the person concerned outed your good friend as a racist, you was all over her. You was all over saying, oh blah, oh no, how can she blah, how can she do this? How can she do that? Now you're over there trying to tongue her ass. You know what I'm saying? It's pathetic simp behavior. You are a simp. Yeah? That's pure and simple. A simp. Simp behavior. No question about it. Yeah? And you change like the wind. 1 minute you're saying one thing, Next thing, you're running over there saying that what I'm doing is pathetic. Yeah, that in itself is pathetic. And take my wrench from off your channel as well. I don't want it. Go to your channel and take my wrench back. I don't want it. Yeah, you're a simp, pure and simple. Yeah, and two-faced. You're also two-faced. Yeah. So anyway, and this is real. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Yeah. Okay, the wrench is gone. You take my wrench off your channel as well. I don't want it. Okay, so the Marcellus Wilder thing. The deceiver. Pretended like she knew, didn't know. Saw my video, didn't acknowledge it. She got her info from my video, pretended if that wasn't the case. She pretended it was just a coincidence. The deceiver. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Yeah? Oh man. Yeah, man. Oh gosh. Yeah. But just get out of here anyway, big boys. You're just a negative influence. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. You got nothing positive to say. You're just talking pure shit. Get out of here. Go and tongue her ass. Two-faced simp. Okay. So where are we? That's 8. We're coming up to 9. This is it. This is pretty much it. This is pretty much it. We're there. Are we nearly there yet? Yeah. We're there. Yeah, we're there. We're there. So where are we? Hold on. Okay. So this is 9. And this is a big one. This is a big one. This is a big one. Okay. So this is where she gets the royal hump. This is where the individual, and remember, I've not named the individual, but the individual knows who she is. Okay. And it's been all over. It's been all over my socials. It's been on Facebook. It's been on Instagram from morning. It's been on, what else? Instagram. Yeah, it's been on the community page on YouTube. It's been on YouTube. And since she watches my channel so hard, since she watches my channel so hard, huh? That guy's a fucking snake and a half. Bro, I've been onto him for a long time. He twists and turns. He flops with the wind. He's two-faced. He's a simp. So, yeah. So, running over there. Oh, Raphie's doing. Oh, what Raphie's doing. He's so childish. Motherfuckers running over there. Talking, grassing up like a child, like the individual concerned didn't know. This has been on all over social media. It's been plastered everywhere. This show has been plastered everywhere deliberately all day from morning. You know what I'm saying? From morning. So as if she didn't know. Get the fuck out of here, you fool. Talking about childish. Get the fuck on out. So he's representing hard, representing the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. And this is where the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver really got the ump. Really got the ump. Because by this stage, when I saw the Marcellus Wilder thing, that being copied and her pretending like she didn't copy it. Hold on. I've missed something key here. Yo, I've missed a major thing. I've missed a major point. Where is it? Another time, then she inquired about getting another. Wow, I missed something major here. Okay. So let's put that as 9. So this is going to be 10. And that's going to be 11. Okay. So 9. I miss 9. 9's very important because 9 really upset the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Really upset her. Okay, so 9 is, yeah, Dillian White. Dillian White. I searched. Somebody write something in the chat. Let me know you. Let me know you're still. Let me know the congregation is still here. Somebody write something in the chat. Let me know the congregation is still here. Let me know the congregation is still here. Somebody write something in the chat. Well, Kiwi boxing? What do you mean Kiwi boxing? I thought it was Big Boys boxing. Anyway, Kiwi boxing has just said that I thought someone should let her know. Well, yeah, it was all over social media. It was on my Instagram, Facebook. It was on the community tab. I set the show up from morning. And since she's such a big watcher, since she pays so much attention to the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio, she would have known. It's on Instagram, Twitter, even on Twitter. And if she didn't see it, one of her friends would have seen it. So there's no way she did not know. There's no way she did not know. So, yeah, I mean, you can say you thought she should know. Well, she did bloody well know. It's bloody obvious she pays extreme attention to the show. Hence why the individual concerned is the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. As if she didn't know. Bloody ridiculous. Anyway, 9. 9 is a big one. 9 is one. After Marcellus Wilder thing, yeah. 9 is a big one. Okay, so what is 9? Stanza 9. In for a penny, in for a pound. She's like, quicksand, I want to leave, but the more I try to the deep, I get stuck. Okay, so stanza 9 is a big one. The Dillian White. When Dillian White got knocked out by Tyson Fury, Dillian White said when Tyson Fury pushed him, he banged his head on the canvas. I searched for 1.5 days, almost 2 days. I looked for the video clip for almost 2 days. I eventually found it. Okay. So when I found it, the correct angle, the proper angle, it was hard to find. 1.5 days, almost 2 days. I eventually found it, and it showed. I'm just trying to keep this. And it showed that Dillian White did not bang his head. Okay. So this was around a couple of days after the event. I found it, and then I made a video. I was at work when I received a WhatsApp message from the lady concerned. That is true. I've seen him do it. He's even nicked one of my lines. That I used to use. I don't use it no more because I realized he started using it. That is true. So searched for 1.5 days. I found the angle. I found the proper angle, and showed his head did not bang. Okay. So I was at work, and then I must have received a WhatsApp message from the lady concerned, saying, I have used a snippet, saying, hey, Raph, I've used a snippet of your video on the head bump that wasn't. And I've used a snippet, and I will fully credit you. I didn't respond to it at the time because I needed to check out the video, so I just left it. I said, yeah, I'll deal with that later. I didn't say that. I just said that to myself. Okay, so I got home and then read the text message properly, read the WhatsApp message properly, and then watched the video. So follow me carefully. When I watched the video, it was her video. She said she used a snippet. A snippet, if you look at the definition of a snippet, it's a fragment, very small piece. Her video had 40% of my video in it. And if you take out my intro and take out my outro, then it was probably over 50%. So her video, if you take out my intro and my outro of the video, it probably had more than 50%. So the snippet wasn't a snippet, it was a blatant whatever. Theft. Yeah? And she'd speeded it up. She said, but it's only like 2 minutes long. Yeah, but that's speeded up. When you unspeed it up and play it at normal pace, it's normal speed, that's over 40% of my video. That is not a snippet. That is not a snippet. She said, oh, I get it. I said, okay. So basically, take out my words, just use the clip that I found, which shows that his head did not bang off the canvas. She ummed and ahed, said, oh, that's difficult to do, whatever. Okay, no problem. Eventually, she did it. And that was fine. But I never checked the video. So later on, I checked the video about a day later, a day and a half later. And when I did check it, she used the video that I'd found, the clip that I'd found, but she did not credit me. She took the credit off. So it was as if to say, oh, if I can't use all of the stuff that I want to use, like the clip plus what you said about it, then I'm going to take your credit off. I'm not going to give you credit for finding the thing. Spending almost 2 days looking for it. I'm not going to give you credit. So what I did was I wrote in the comment section myself, yes, the full video is such and such, and I put the link in. So she took the credit off. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Now, don't say this with any hate. This is just pure facts. This is just pure facts. Okay, so after that point, then head bump. Then she appeared to turn the cold shoulder towards me. So I got the cold shoulder, head bump. Just writing this down. So I got the cold shoulder. So I got the cold shoulder now, and that's fine. That's fine. Because like I said, we were never really friends. We were just cordial. So fine. Now it's the cold shoulder because I've challenged her on the amount of my video that she used. She said she used a snippet when it was a large tranche. Okay, half of the damn video when you take the intro out and the outro. Okay. So, that was 9. That was big. Now she gave me the cold shoulder, which I'm perfectly fine with, if it means she's going to stop stealing from my channel. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Okay. So now that takes us to 10. That's 9. This is 10. Okay. This is where she gets the royal hump. Well, she already had the hump, but now this is where the individual concerned gets the royal hump. Okay. So what happened here was that, remember, I'm getting the cold shoulder now in the WhatsApp group. I'm getting the cold shoulder, and there was a discussion going on. It was, when was it? 10. When was it? Oh, this is the head bump. No. Forget that. This is what's his name? Tony Yoka, Bacoli, Martin Bacoli fight. So Tony Yoka is fighting Martin Bacoli in France. Now, remember, I'm getting the cold shoulder, so I'm not really saying much. I'm speaking to people, but not her, because she's not, the lady concerned is not speaking to me. So somebody says to her, hey, such and such, you watching Martin Bacoli, Tony Yoka versus Martin Bacoli? You watching Tony Yoka versus Marty McCauley. And the individual concerned said, oh, is that on? I have to keep it on and just. Oh yeah, well, hey, that's nothing to do with me, my friend. I mean, your feelings and whatever for whoever, that's nothing to do with me, my friend. That's perfectly, I ain't got no issue. That's none of my business. That's none of my business. And I'm not coming from a position of hate. I'm just telling a factual story. So there's no emotion. It's just the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Okay, so the individual's not speaking to me, so I'm not speaking to the individual, but we're speaking in the same group. So somebody says, hey, are you watching Tony Yoka versus Martin McCauley? And she says, oh, I don't think, yeah, man, it's got nothing to do with me, brother. And I ain't coming from a position of hate either. I'm just telling the true story. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no hate from my part. So, and she says, I don't think, the individual says, I don't think it's showing in the UK. Well, I knew different because I was going to cover the fight anyway. But the point is, I was tired on that day. I think it was a Friday, and I was tired. So I'd planned to do it, but I was tired, and I was going to just lay on the sofa and chill. But then the fact that she said it's not being shown in the UK, it kind of made me smile because it is being shown in the UK because it's on the menu. I checked it beforehand. And it is being shown. I know it's being shown. So anyway, it perked me up and I said, I might as well just cover this damn fight anyway. And it is what it is. And it's a damn good thing that I did cover the Yoka versus McCauley fight because against all odds and against the odds and against the books, Martin McCauley gave Tony Yoka a hell of a beating. One hell of a beating. It was unexpected. Nobody saw that coming. So, yeah, nobody saw that coming. So, it was good that I covered it. But at that point, when and the controversy and the controversy that and the column inches, the notoriety that fight garnered due to its unexpected twists and turns, Tony Yoka getting an absolute battering, the notoriety that it garnered, I don't know. After that, I think that was the last straw for the individual concerned. That was the last straw. It was too much. She thought it wasn't on UK TV. It was on UK TV. And I think it was just too much. And after that, I don't think the individual concerned ever spoke to me again on that forum or anywhere else. We don't speak anywhere else anyway. So that's all cool in the gang. But I think the upset was too much. And at some point after the lady concerned, she ejected me just like she had done JD sometime earlier. She ejected me from the group. OMG. It was quite hilarious. Didn't mean nothing to me. As a matter of fact, it was kind of a relief because I think I have to wonder. I have to wonder why she got me in the group anyway. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. I have to think to myself that she got me in that group so she could more closely watch thief, copy, and deceive. I think that's why I was in the group, and also to try and trick me into handing over my people, my JDs, my IK, the FD, any assets that she could get her hands on from the rdcr. It seemed that she wanted to get her hands on asset strip. Seems like she wanted to asset strip the rdcr. That's the only explanation. That's the only explanation I can find. It's the only explanation I can find. I've thought about it. Seemed like it was an asset stripping expedition. Seems like the individual, the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver try their best to asset strip the Raphael Dawkins combat radio. Clash the time. Clash brought her shows to clash my shows. Negative impact. You know, it seemed like an asset stripping expedition. That's what it looked like to me. What was it born out of? Love or hate? Maybe she loved it so much that she wanted to destroy it. Or she copied whatever she could copy. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. You know what I'm saying? The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. That's what the thing boiled down to. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Bad. It's a true story. It's an unfortunate story. Well, I must say I'm completely shocked all this was happening. I'd just be here oblivious to these things. Just like a parrot always mimicking wealth. Well, you know, all I've done is I've come and I've told you the truth of the thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Only the individual knows the true motive. Was it asset stripping? Bringing the shows to clash with the time wise? Copying? I came up with, I better do the summary. I came up with the weekend wrap-up show. What does she do? She changes one word. The weekly wrap-up show. That's copying. That's thievery. That's copying. Deception. The thief, the copycat, the deceiver. So she's been stealing from the show one way or another, multiple ways, which I've just gone through in the last 1.5 hours. So you've heard it. That's what it was. And then I think the reason she had me in her group, the lady concerned, remember I still haven't mentioned her name. Other people I have not. Was simply to steal. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. That's who I'm talking about. That's the characteristics that I saw. I'm not even being mean. I'm just being honest. Thievery, stealing ideas, stealing show titles, changing one word, no asking, just stealing, copying a video, didn't even say beforehand, may I use a snippet of this video? No, told me after the event, oh, I've used a snippet, turned out to be a whole trunk. Cut that shizzle down. That's what was going on. That's what was going down. Yeah, and that's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. That's it, folks. That's the epilogue. The epilogue. The epilogue. Me summing up. Well, I just done the epilogue. Stealing my ideas, show titles, copying. Saying it's a fragment turns out to be a whole chunk. Then getting the hump. Then giving the cold shoulder, which is laughable to me. Laughable. It ain't shizzle to me. Somebody can cold shoulder me as much as they want to cold shoulder. Put an ice pack on the shoulder. It ain't nothing to me. It ain't nothing to me. I've always thought credit would have been given when using material. I'm completely shocked. Oh, well, it's not just material. It's show titles. Show titles. Ideas. Moving shows so they clash with my show. Copying a video, saying I took a fragment of a video. When I check it out, you've used the main tranche of it. You've used the main tranche of it. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. Those were the traits. Those were the main traits which I observed. Thieving, copying, deceiving. And, Raphie's a man don't like to overstay. Like you overstay in a car park. Don't like to overstay. There's still some people in here. Write something in the chat. I know Leon's here. The name of the show. Well, yeah. I mean, check out the shows. What does she call the shows? The Monday show. What is it? The weekly wrap up. Yeah, that's thieving. That's thieving from the weekend. The weekend wrap up show. Yeah, man. Yeah, put everybody who's still here say they're still here. I wanna know. I wanna know. Yeah, man. Thieving, stealing my show titles, copying shizzle, deceiving, pretending that she'll probably pretend that that's her show title. No, that's stolen. That's my show title. You change one word. And that's regular. That's common. It's like, I don't know. Did she love the channel or does she hate the channel? Well, she loves it so much she wants to kill it. Is it you love something so much that you want to kill it? Well, you're going to have to go back to the beginning, my friend. You're going to have to go back to the beginning. Yeah, absolutely. But, well, this is over the last year. It's over the last year. You know what I'm saying? Well, how long has the channel been going? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, you missed a lot. But I don't like to go too long. I like to keep it nice and concise so people can watch it back and enjoy it. Enjoy a concise show. You know what I mean? Enjoy a concise show. What's going on? Who's here? Have I missed? Yeah. And so I think that's it. I think that's perfect. I was gonna go in on Hamed. Tonight, but I don't wanna do it. I could do it, but I'm not gonna do that now. I think my energies have been focused in the right direction. The thief, the copycat, and the deceiver. This piece, true life, storytelling, reality, being told in story form. A lot of people say they can do this. Yo, it ain't that easy being an MC, master of ceremonies. How would you have told this story? I'm very happy with the way the flow, the layout. I'm very happy with the way I delivered this piece to you. The Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio Nation. Yeah, I'm very happy with that indeed. My coffee's right here. If anybody wants to say anything, then say it now. Say it now, because we're closing this baby down. Closing this baby down imminently. So anybody want to do your final words? First of all, how was the flow? How was the flow? Did you enjoy the flow? Because I think it was a nice flow. I'm happy with the flow. Don't you know? 42 votes. Well, that's impressive. I'm happy with the flow. I think it flowed very nicely. I'm happy with it. Sometimes it's not easy telling a story like this. You gotta move it right. It ain't always easy, although some may think so. If they attempted it, they might find out otherwise. Let's have a look. The flow. Excellent show. Smooth flow. I like that. There was some unexpected twist too. Peace, everyone. Damn. Unexpected twists. Oh, damn. Talk about unexpected twists. Yeah. Hell yeah. There was some unexpected twists. Yeah, man. I really should have stayed silent, but was completely engrossed in all of it. Damn. That's what we're talking about. I'm very happy. I have to say, I'm very proud. The way I delivered this. I took my time to create this rhyme. Words of this version drew me time after time. Took my time with it. Got my pen, got my parchment. I really took my time to make sure I crafted this piece like a story, like a play. Like a story, like a play. I don't think Leon shook. I took my time to craft it, and I have to say I'm very happy with this piece. It was a twisting piece because you didn't know, nobody knew, you cats didn't know about this, so I had to explain it. I take my time and explain it and craft it and make sure that it went in a sequential, it was in sequence, it had a good sequential flow. And I think that I was able to impart to you all of the relevant parts as best I could. And I think I was able to convey all of that. Yes. I used to be a co-host on a show. I was sweeten. Just been awkward, but Mr. Dawkins had to get things off his chest. Indeed. You know, I always say better out than in. Better out than in. I'm very happy the way I was able to convey this story. As for anybody who don't like it, well, they know they can take a flying jump. Two-faced, snake-like characters. Got no time for them. This was posted up all over everywhere. So this was in no way some kind of mystery show. Yeah, and someone's back. This was everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, community page, show has been set up from morning. So anybody who pays attention to the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio, enough to want to copy it out, copy it as much as this individual has done, as much as the individual has tried to asset strip the show. Anybody who's paid that level of attention to the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio show, anybody, they would know what was going down today. Excellent show, smooth flow, unexpected twists and turns, completely engrossed. Big boys is he keep some friends who are, you know, who I don't really par with. So, you know, it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. It's just, you know, it's kind of good. It just came to a head with his actions today. That's perfect. You know, can get the hell on up out of here. Okay. But anyway, it's not about him. It's about you guys. The story was told. The story was conveyed successfully. And so I am happy. Very happy with that. Okay. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, hit all of the good buttons. We can talk some more. Hold on. We got the poll complete. Where is it? Expose or not expose. And yes, vast majority, 95% of 42 people said expose. They want to hear the real. They want to hear it. And you did hear it. So we'll be back talking more about boxing and other stuff. I would have voted ignore if I knew who it was. Okay, don't forget to check out the video. Today's video, what was it? Deontay Wilder is back in training. Go check out that video. Leave a comment. But yeah, it's relaxation time. Gonna have to have a drink of water. I've had a couple of coffees. Gonna have to dilute that now with some water. It's Raphie Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the no hate, but it's the story that had to be told. It's Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. We are out. Blessed.